Hey guys, this is Jess.
And this is Gil.
And welcome to
Culture Theory.
Hey,
That's good. It's good. It's a lot better. Practice makes perfect.
It does.
Yeah.
So just starting off, guys, if you ever want to get your steps in per day, go to any Home Depot. Ask for something that you know that they sell but is not popular, like a little obscure.
Something like a suction cup.
Suction cup.
Mm-hmm.
I think we went through the store twice. Like the entire store back and forth twice.
Yeah. No, 3 times because we went back for something else and we kept coming back.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So the general idea is that if you go to a Home Depot, the first person you ask for help knows that they sell it, but has no idea where it really is. So he'll point you in a general direction. You'll go to that area. It's not going to be there, of course. Then you ask someone who is there. He's going to send you to a couple aisles down. It's not going to be there.
The opposite side of the store, by the way. The opposite side.
Opposite side of the store. Then it's going to tell you to go to some weird, like, suction cup. Flooring. They told us to go to flooring.
And we went. We went.
Every place they told us to go, we went because
they work there.
What do we know?
Yeah.
We don't work at Home Depot. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure if I go on my steps, it's probably going to say good 13,000 just in Home Depot.
But are you okay?
Alone. Are
you homeless?
Yeah, there was a point where some guy was like, "Hey, you guys need help?" Because he had seen us walk back and forth like a few times.
Yeah.
So
that was fun.
That was funny.
Yeah. And then the reason why we were walking around the store was looking for something for my wife, and we end up not buying that thing because we're like, fuck it, let's just buy this whole set.
Yeah. So essentially we just needed a suction cup to have like a little basket to hold stuff in the sink. Because we were aimlessly walking around for so long, we came upon an end cap that just had like a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Like and there was just a big basket with a suction cup on it. Yeah. So he was like, man, let's just grab this thing. I'm tired.
And then it was cheaper than the suction cup.
It was cheaper. The whole thing came with 3 suction cups with the basket. It was cheaper than the suction cup by itself.
It's weird.
Home Depot. Welcome to Home Depot.
Live and you learn.
Live and learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how you doing, Gil? How you doing?
I'm okay. Had a great day. Worked out, biking.
Okay. Yeah.
Worked out with a friend, Toya. You know, it's interesting.
Oh, hey, Toya. Hey, girl.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, Toya.
Hey.
Yeah. But yeah, it was all right so far. Now we're podcasting. We went to Home Depot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
How about you?
Good. I went biking. I did my 6 miles. I had a friend tell me that I need to do, that's my goal, 6 miles. I hate it every day, but I do it.
It's good.
You know, and then I went to Home Depot for 3 months, and then we're back here recording for the podcast.
Yeah, recording for the podcast for the first time officially.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So Culture Theory is a podcast that we already started. When did we start it? Roughly
2015, 16.
Yeah. We did like 3 or 4 episodes. It's weird because I think only 2 or 3 are up, but I actually have saved.
I don't know why. When we go to SoundCloud, it says only episode 4 or 5 that's up.
Yeah, it's weird. They're still good. Listen to them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think we're just gonna redo it. Mm-hmm. We've learned a lot about podcasting since then, so definitely going to make it better now for sure. Did you take that photo?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I took that in here. No, did I?
No, there was this. I'm sorry, guys. A sidebar.
Oh yeah,
I can see all of Gil's photos.
That was at Fat Village.
Oh,
There's a place called some juice bar. It was late at night.
That was random. I'm sorry. I know y'all can't see it, but it looks so good.
I should probably find the picture and just like put it right.
Yeah. Pop it right there. It's a really good. That was beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, he has some like as a screensaver just rolling on his.
Just to remind myself
iMac.
that I'm good at something.
The display on Macs
it makes it look
really,
way better.
Really good. The pictures are probably trash.
Pictures are horrible.
I
like how
both
Marvin's pictures came right after each other. That's when he turned 30.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
No offense, Marvin. Maybe because I look younger than like I am. Seeing Marvin and he's my age, he looks older than me.
Really?
Yeah. Doesn't look like not old, but definitely
looks like beyond his.
Yeah.
I think also too is his profession, his stature, his what's the word? I guess his presence too.
He's way cooler than me. So
is he?
I think that. Yeah. I think
he doesn't have a podcast.
Hey yo, Gil, you want to start a podcast?
Yeah, I would start a podcast with Marvin, but he wouldn't want to do it. It's not his thing.
Yeah, it's not.
No, it's photography.
Yeah, he's behind the camera.
Yeah.
Well, in front of it too sometimes. He's the model.
He's the model. Yeah, he's the model for Forbes, Calvin Klein, McDonald's. He did a commercial for McDonald's, which was pretty dope.
He did one of those stereotypical black urban neighborhood commercials.
Nah, it was really good.
You know, Marvin got a job, you know, type. No,
nah,
like
it was good though.
Okay, I believe you.
I should pull that up. He'll probably be super embarrassed.
Oh, he hate you. And we're gonna play it right here. No,
Copyright.
Gil, don't you? I swear to God, Gil.
I'll come and kill you.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but Culture Theory was a podcast that we did a while back. I think it took us. Oh God, it took us so long to figure out the name.
It took us so long to come up with the name. It also took us so long to like set it up because we were doing it via Zencastr.
I think the reason we stopped was like Zencastr changed the way they were doing stuff, and like
Zencastr was pretty much a place where we would log on to, and she would because you lived in Hollywood at the time, and I lived somewhere further, and the driving to do the podcast was kind of like almost impossible because by the time I got off work, traffic. So it was like, hey, Zencastr, and I would log on to this website, send her the link, or she'll send me the link, and we would podcast. But there came a time where they just started charging us. Like, hey, it's going to be $15 a month. Like, what?
Which, and I know it sounds stupid because it wasn't expensive, but for something that you're not making money doing.
Yeah, and it just was like starting it out and just testing the waters. So it was like, what?
Yeah, I mean, fuck all that.
$15 a month?
Oh, that's Netflix.
Yeah, that's Netflix. Well, but now I'm thinking about it. That was pretty good deal. Yeah. But now we can do it our own. We can do it ourselves. So fuck it.
We don't need you, Zencastr.
You don't need you, Zencastr.
We don't need them.
No.
We don't need them.
Zoom is up anyway.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
What? You right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but that's...
So what changed as far as like podcasting since then?
Definitely etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
So I noticed watching it. I know that it was a little weird because we would do like one channel at a time and then edit them together. So maybe the timing was slightly off, but definitely would do stuff like talk over each other. And then, you know, it creates weird dead space. So I think we learned a lot about mic etiquette since then, which I'm not gonna point no fingers, but a lot of people still don't have.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You guys, because like you have to understand, podcasting is not just getting a mic and recording. It's a whole thing. You have to understand. There's a it's like a love language to it. You know, you have to make it make sense. You know what I mean? And people just don't. They just get on. They're like, I like trees. Yeah, you know trees. Yeah.
Yo, hey, you got that thing?
Yeah, you know, stuff like that. So people don't understand. You know, this stuff happens. You know, we're not gonna be like this the entire time, right up on the mic.
We're not gonna be like that.
Yeah, you know, we went move or whatever. But there's a certain etiquette you have to have, a certain back and forth that you need to understand as well. And people they'll podcast with anyone who wants to podcast, and some people should not. Sorry.
Not everybody should have a podcast.
No. Oh, God. Remember that meme I sent you?
Yes.
You know it's getting bad because Amazon ran out
everybody has a podcast.
They ran out of microphones or something. I was like, oh my God.
All the cheap microphones.
Yeah.
And I have a couple of clients. I do consultations now, and they all buy the cheap microphones. I'm like, okay, buy it. But then what's going to happen is you're going to buy that cheap mic, and then you're going to be like, so what's a good one? Because the cheap one broke. I'm like, yeah, told you.
I can't wait for these bad boys to get back in stock because I want to get a couple of these. They're really good.
I have 3. I need to get 1 more.
Damn.
Just to complete the set.
Yeah.
And I need to get 2 more of these.
2. Just have them right here recording it together.
Like, you know, 2 channels. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Surround sound podcast. That's the next thing. Surround sound podcast.
You just have one circle. It's just a microphone, but it's just the whole circle.
Yeah,
right,
just around you.
Yeah.
You can hear me in all channels. So.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. ASMR. Yeah.
Yeah. So podcasting, we learned a lot since then. We're a lot better, have better equipment, better, I guess, understanding, because we listen to more podcasts now, so we understand the flow and how it should go.
Yeah. So every episode, we're going to start off by answering a random question. No offense. You guys are trash at sending questions. We'll be like, hey, guys, send us a question, you know, because I'm generalizing, but most of you have heard of what a podcast is or listened to a podcast. So, like, you know what we're asking for. Real questions that, you know, people experience. But we're like, hey, send us a question. And I'm like, hey, y'all eat ass?
Yeah. All the time.
All the time. Like, we're all adults. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh, don't talk about stuff.
Yeah, but it has to be a question that we can deep dive in, like, you know, go to some thought piece and learn something.
Yes, Gil eats ass. Next question.
Oh, man, they all know now.
Yeah, right? Oh, my God. Remember when eating ass was taboo?
I remember when eating pussy was taboo.
Oh, yeah.
You eat pussy?
Oh, that's weird.
You weak, bro. That's nasty, bro.
You weird. Who does that?
You don't want to make your woman climax? Okay.
Those are the dudes that like, oh, women are trash. I can't find me a good one. And it's always the ones that never want to give it that always want it.
What do you mean?
That never want to like give head, but they want
head. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It's like, you gotta take care of me, but I'm not gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
Like, what? Sex is something that's you're supposed to reciprocate. Like, you give, exactly. And you both get something out of it.
Yes.
It's not like I'm giving you dick and you're supposed to give me pussy and I'm supposed to catch my nut and that's it.
Yeah.
But that's not fair. I don't really get that. Like, you have to help her get her nut too, fellas.
I don't want to say it because, you know, but I feel like it's way harder. I'm just going to say it's way harder for women to get their nut. So if you ain't trying to put in that work.
Some women is easy. Yeah. But it all depends on the situation, the relationship. Every pussy is not the same.
Yeah, correct.
So,
but I feel like generally it's harder for women to like catch their nut. You know, like women know how to do it for themselves. So like if we really wanted to step in and help, like we could accelerate the process. But if for like just for a man to go ahead and do it on his own is a lot, because a lot of men are not in tune with like their women's bodies, and
they're not in tune with their bodies as well. They don't have emotion. Like, there'll be dudes who just or just like sticking it, and they're like, you like that? No, I mean, we're making love here. You're not fighting me. Like, what are we doing?
Imagine just being under this, Gil.
I just don't want to.
That's so it. That's all the effort that they're.
You like that?
Ooh.
You like that?
I'm not a pacifier. So if it's bad, I mean, I've literally one time, and sorry guys if you're young, please close your ears. But yeah, I was receiving.
Mm-hmm. Cunnilingus?
Yeah, I was getting the old, you know, and it was so bad that I just put my foot on his shoulder and I pushed back and I was like, nah, it's okay, I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, because like, you can tell when someone's like into it and for you, or they're just doing it so you shut up.
So you can just get wet and he can just stick it in.
Yeah. And I was just like,
everybody's, you know, every young guy has that moment where they're like, I'm just trying to get mine. And then once you grown and you realize, yo, she's here too, bro. Like, she needs to be satisfied as well. Like, your goal should be, I don't want her to be able to walk.
That's truly the goal.
Yeah.
That's truly the goal. Yeah. If I can walk, I'm offended.
Yeah. Like, what?
But if I immediately find something else to do afterward.
Yeah. Like gravity? I'm beating gravity right now, nigga. Gravity should be killing me. Like,
yeah. Like, what are legs? Where are my legs? Yeah. I can't feel them. Like, that's how you should. Yeah. Pro tip.
Always make sure she can't walk.
If she's walking, you ain't done. Get back in there. If
she's going to the kitchen, if she's driving to her friend's house afterwards, yeah, you did something wrong. Yeah. It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
It's sad, but it's.
And I feel like more recently, you know how they have boomer babies? Mm-hmm. There's going to be a lot of COVID babies right now. And
do you think so? Because like, not funny, but like domestic violence and divorce and like fighting and stuff is high right now.
But you have a lot of people who are in situationships where they founded a relationship. Because sometimes you might not be in a relationship, be like, yo, this got some pussy right here. Oh man, you know what? She kind of cute. And then y'all just do it and boom.
That's so sad.
Because CVS closes at 7, 8 o'clock. Can't get, plan B or a condom.
Oh, that's true.
So there's going to be more COVID.
You have a couple days. Like, I think you have like 2 or 3 days to take a plan B. So you just got to get up early in the morning.
That's if they got to go to work.
If they still have a job.
They still have a
plan
job.
B is like $40, $50.
60, right?
I think it's 40 or 50. I think it did go up a little bit. It used to be behind the counter. Now it's like over the counter.
Now it's like over the counter, yeah.
It's like Motrin. Isn't it sad?
God.
It's sad.
But there's going to be like a huge influx of COVID babies. And I hope to God that they are born into a family that is like made with love and not a situation.
You know they're not good.
Yeah, it sucks, you know?
You know they're not. Yeah. I feel like anyone who is definitely going to have that situation are people that are in healthy relationships that are trying to conceive. I don't think that anyone who's like, hey, I nutted in there and then we just kept it. I don't see that
I
happening.
hate that we kept it. Like, oh, God.
Yeah. It's like, I guess. I guess,
yeah,
you
but,
know.
You know. So do you feel like the domestic abuse has been going high because of COVID, or is it because people already had domestic abuse, so now they're stuck at home? So did it cause the domestic abuse, or is it just?
No, I think. Well, I mean, obviously, if you were willing to put your hands on somebody, now you were going to do it. It was going to happen anyway. Mm-hmm. It's just now that people are stuck together, it's a lot of the things that you could avoid by leaving the house or taking a break is not really possible. Because it's like, where can you really go? How many walks around the block can you take when you're mad type thing, you know? And I read something that talked about how a lot of people are kind of upset, and it doesn't really work out that well because they got into relationships that they shouldn't have been in, mm-hmm. you know, for like one superficial reason or another. And now that you're together all the time because you never really took the time to get to know them before you moved in or had kids or whatever, like everything that you could go through is happening now. Like every flaw is exposed. So it's a lot, and it's like very concentrated type thing. So I think that is a major part of that. It's just people rushing to get into relationships, trying to create this so-called life that they want to have, and it's not working out because you have to get to know the person.
Yeah, and I've been seeing that a lot. We joked about it. The meme that I think I told you about, where it's like after this COVID, we're skipping the get to know you phase. We're going to a vacation.
Like, I'll ask you your favorite color on the plane.
Yeah, and it's like, I feel like a lot of people are in that situation right now.
Yeah.
They're just rushing. Yeah. Because we see a lot of couples on social media like, I want to be like them. I want to try that. I want to be like Kanye and Jay-Z and Beyonce. But, you know, they got to know that person. They don't it doesn't just happen.
Jay-Z and Beyonce have known each other for a very long time.
Yeah.
A very long time. And I think that's the issue is people, you see someone, you're infatuated with them, and did I say infatuated?
You said infatuate them. I was like,
oh my God, I was like, did I say that? You're infatuated with them, and you rush into this relationship because you don't want anyone else to have them. Mm-hmm. But you're not doing it because they're the person for you. There's so many things in a relationship that people skip over that are important, but you don't want to like verbalizing it is weird or whatever. Like I follow a YouTuber named Amy Lee or Amy Vagabond. I don't know what she goes by. It's different. And she talks about like healthy and toxic traits in relationships, whether it be platonic or not. And she's like, you know, when you go on dates or you're getting to know someone, you ask them stuff like, hey, what traumas are you working on right now? What's something that
That's a weird
bothers
question
you?
to ask.
Yeah, but it's important because you don't want to get in a situation where you don't know what you're getting into. Some people have traumas that are way far beyond anything you could deal with. And it sucks for you and the other person to years down the road be like, hey, I can't deal with you. I can't deal with your mental illness. I can't deal with whatever. It's tough. And it sounds messed up, but I tell people all the time, please do not pretend to be someone's therapist, especially if you can't handle that. Mm-hmm. You know, like I went to school. I have I have a degree in psych. Well, not my master's yet, but you know, I went to school for psych, and I made that choice. I wanted to help people with their problems, and I wanted to make sure that I could do it. But I tell people, listen, I can give you advice, but I'm not a therapist. You know, there's going to be a point in which, like, if I can't help you, I'm going to recommend therapy, which I recommend therapy to everyone, and you can't be that person for everyone. I've seen people lose their shit, break down because they're trying to do something for someone that they are not licensed to do. There's a lot that goes into therapy. There's advice like, oh, hey, Gil, you know, like, maybe you should alternate making breakfast for your wife so she doesn't feel like she's doing it all the time. And me being like, hey, Gil, I know you have bipolar disorder, but maybe just like meditate or something. You know, like there's a huge difference between types of help, and people don't
go
do
outside.
that. Yeah, get some fresh air. Like I always joke, like if I'm depressed, I'll eat a banana and go sit outside for 15 minutes. It's a joke for me, like, but some people like dead ass. That's like, I'm not gonna go to therapy or like, you know, work on myself or meditate or work through my issues or anything. I'm just gonna like eat a banana and go outside for 15 minutes. I mean, I do it just to. It's funny for me. I humor myself, but yeah, that's people dead ass. Yeah, you're fine. I'm just like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I have friends who suffer from bipolar disorder, like like clinically bipolar and depressed. So they'll come to me for advice. They're like, hey, you got it all figured out. You have a perfect life. You have an amazing wife. I'm like, hey, far from perfect. My life is just as complicated as yours.
Correct.
But I can listen to you. I can't really give you advice. And there's one particular person, she's always like, just tell me what to do. And, you know, it worked out for you. You got it all figured out. Like, I can't. Like, no, if I do, and then you're going to blame me if I tell you, just make content. That's what works for me.
Yeah.
That's what works for me. Like, make a content vlog. Like, for me, I can't go to sleep. Like, if I spend 8 hours at work, I got to come home, edit a photo, make a stupid video so I can feel good. Like, hey, I did something productive today. That works for me. And this individual will be like, well, that didn't work. Yeah, obviously, there's something wrong with me. Yes, there is. I don't know what to do. Correct. I'm not a doctor.
I can't prescribe you medication.
I can prescribe you podcast. I can't prescribe you prescriptions. Like, you know? So it's weird. And I wish I could just tell them, hey, just go to a therapist. Try this out. But it's like they don't want to hear that. Yeah. So what would you suggest? Like, how would I go about that?
I mean, honestly, I tell people, I always try to listen to the problem first thoroughly. I want to hear everything that you have to say about it. And then I'll go in and determine. And I had to make this determination for myself because I would take the step myself to just go ahead and give you advice. But some people, you can tell by like the way they tell you and what they tell you, whether or not they're ready to actually make a change. So I'll use the information the way it's presented to me to determine whether or not this person is actually trying to make a real change. Just like how we discussed, you know, some people will ask you, oh, how do you do this or how do you do that? And you can tell they just want to know, but they don't want to actually use the information. So if you're not trying to actively work on those things, I'm not going to give you advice because I'm going to tell you now, you're going to throw it away. And then you're going to realize, oh yeah, I remember Jessica said something about something. And then you come back and I'm going to have to say it again. And I hate repeating myself. So if I'll just be like, damn, you know, it's, you know, sounds fucked up, but like, damn, that's crazy. You know, like kind of like in the way of that because some people are just not ready. But if I can tell that when I talk to you, it's sinking in or you're like, damn, you're right. Or, oh, I never thought about it that way or whatever. Like that's the type of person that I don't mind going deeper and helping you with your problems because I know that you're going to take what I say to heart. You know, I recommended my personal therapist to people that I know really actually want to see a therapist and put in the work that have reached out to me about mental illness before. But if someone is just like, yeah, you know, I'm not even gonna give you the effort of going in my phone and giving you my therapist. I'm not even gonna take the 5 seconds to do it because I'm not gonna waste my time. Yeah. So definitely, like when I give advice, I always say personally, I do this because one thing I don't ever do is tell you what to do. I will never say, do this, do that, because you're not a therapist. My therapist doesn't tell me what to do. Therapy is about giving you the tools for you to make the right decision. So all I do when I give advice, if anyone I've given advice to can 100% attest to this, I will help you see what you can't see. Because a lot of the times people have problems they can't get through because you can't fix a problem that you're in. You know, you get so hyper focused on one aspect that you don't notice everything else around that problem. So all I'm doing is helping you like just turn your eyes to like, okay, there's other stuff going on. This is what's going down. You know, use this information to do what you will. Now, if you're like, okay, I have this information. What are some things I can try? Then yeah, we'll go into that. But I never will tell you what to do. I'll never be like, girl, leave him. Unless your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever is beating you, I will never be like, yeah, girl, leave him. You know, even if it sounds like a bad relationship, I'll be like, hey, try this, this, and this, knowing it might not work. But hey, you know, you have something, you know. But yeah, for me, I will never tell you what to do. People ask me all the time, oh, okay, well, you figured it out. Like, what should I do? Should I do this? Should I do that? And I'll be like, Because at the end of the day, now, if I tell you to do something, you do it and shit goes left, now it's my fault. You know, you should be able to make that determination. And the reason that I tell people not what to do, but to decide with the information I gave them what to do is they'll only make a real change if they want to make it. If I tell you to do something and you're just doing it to do it, it's not going to stick. But if I give you information and you make that choice, you're consciously saying, this is a choice that I want to make. So this change will more than likely stick. And that's why I don't tell people what to do, rather give them the tool to make that decision themselves.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Not a therapist, but charge $150 an hour, you know.
They get some good money.
They make great money. I always joke, like, you know, just get me back when you're rich. You know, if I give you advice, just get me back. You know, you don't owe me anything now. Just get me back.
Remember me?
Yeah. Just log the hours. It's $150. No discounts for friends. Thanks. Yeah.
You want to take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Let's take a break, and we'll be back. Hey, are you following us on Instagram? Check out our page at Culture Theory Podcast. That's at Culture Theory Podcast. We're also on YouTube. Just search Culture Theory. And when you do, hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified when we drop new episodes. Thanks for listening.
And we're back.
We're back.
Okay, so now we're going to get into our random question. We've taken it upon ourselves to just use a random question generator because y'all are so trash at sending questions that we'll just have to find our own. I'm kidding. We love you guys.
No, we don't.
You send them trash.
Some of them.
Yeah, some of them are okay.
Yeah.
Most of them are do you eat ass.
Hey, so let me get on the podcast. Oh, God. Put me on.
Hello? Hey, y'all eat ass?
Just asking.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay. So our random question is, what brand are you most loyal to?
Apple.
He is. That's
Apple.
for sure.
Apple and Nikon. Like, I love Nikon. I love so Apple, but mostly Apple because they make my life so much easier.
Everything is Apple for you.
Yeah.
Yo, tell them about the Wi-Fi thing. This blew my mind. I literally was like, what the fuck?
So Jess comes in, right? And she's sitting down and she's like, yo, what's your Wi-Fi password? And I was like, fuck, I could have sworn I gave it to her like a while ago. So she's like, all right, put it in. I was like, it's Wi-Fi name is Alex and Gil. And I'm about to tell her the password. I'm like, no, there's like this feature that comes up. So it popped up on my phone and said, do you want to share this password? And she's like halfway typing my password. What is it again? Is Alex like, nope, I already approved you. And she was approved like within seconds.
Like on my phone, it just went, bloop, and then it just like, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? He's like, yeah, it's a feature. And I was like, what?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Apple, like Steve Jobs always says this. He used to say this. Rest in peace.
I was like, you don't say nothing no more.
It just works.
It does.
It just works. Apple just works. Like you just buy the shit and you plug it in and it works.
It does.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
But it works.
I'm not going to lie. I used to hate Apple. Like I was a hater.
I was a hater. I used to have a Windows phone.
Oh, gross, Gil.
Yeah.
Gil.
I used to have a Windows phone and a Nokia phone. I used to have a BlackBerry. I used to say, fuck Apple. Till I bought the first iPhone for like $600 unlocked. And I was like, yo, this is dope. Okay, I got this.
I thought I would miss a lot of features. Like I remember being like, oh, I have to buy ringtones, and if I don't, then I have to go through all this. Yeah. When I tell you I have zero interest in having like a song as my ringtone right now, like
why?
If someone did it, I would be like, oh.
Really?
Yeah. What are we in middle school? Like, what are we doing right now? Yeah,
it's really funny. Dude. Like,
only because now only the people that do it are like older people.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like I don't really care for the ringtone. And I was like, oh, but you can't take out your memory card. Like, I mean, I don't have the shit on my phone. I don't really care about.
Just buy a phone with enough memory.
Yeah,
I got the 128 gig. I have so many apps on here.
I have 256. Alex has 512, and she's not even using it.
I have 128, and I don't even think I'm using half.
I'm using all my space.
Oh no!
See how much space I have. I literally have maybe like not even that much space. This is a 256, and this is how much
not
space.
Not COVID.
I have available. I have. Come on, load for me.
It's not
oh wow, no, this is a 128. I don't know why I thought this was a 256.
I was gonna say
I have 111 gigs used.
Wow.
Why did I know it's free up that much?
Find that out, General. Okay. No.
General iPhone storage.
Let's see. I'm using 59.8 gigs.
Wow.
And when I tell you, I have like folders and folders and folders and pages and pages.
So,
and I take hella pictures and videos.
Guess how much space my Messages is using?
How much?
29 gigs.
Wow.
Yeah, I have 7.44 gigabytes in a text thread with Alex. Yeah, it's a lot.
Wow. Damn, that is a lot.
Yeah, just memes and just pictures and videos that she sends me, audio. So it counts all that into consideration. Yeah.
Damn.
It's weird.
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah.
Apple.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What about
guys,
you?
Nike.
That's weird.
Yeah. So I got hella.
Okay. Let's specify it. So with tech, what would be your tech brand that you are aligned with? Because Nike, I fall in line with Nike as well when it comes to like clothing line.
Tech would probably be Nintendo. I have like almost every Nintendo system.
Okay.
Like ever. But ever. Y'all, ever. And I love it. I'm like super like I love when people are like, oh, Xbox, PlayStation. I'm like, Nintendo.
I never had a PlayStation. I had a PlayStation 1 and then my dad broke it the first day we got it.
Oh wow.
It was on a Sabbath. Oh. And we're trying to play the game and he was like, I'm not gonna imitate him, but I want to so bad.
Do it.
He just broke it. He was like, I'm going to destroy this. But he didn't say it like that. He said it like, I'm not going to do it. He just broke it and smashed it.
Wow.
Yeah. It was really bad.
Nice.
That was the only time I had a PlayStation and we barely used it. Then we just were Nintendo guys because Nintendo's a lot easier to hide. Like Game Boy, just, no, Mom, this is a portable Bible.
John's 13.
There was a Bible game, though, for the Game Boy.
Oh, gross.
Wow,
I believe it.
Yeah, there was. There was so many games for the Game Boy.
There was.
Yeah. So for for gaming consoles, I would say Xbox.
Okay.
I love Xbox. It used to be Nintendo, but I love Xbox. Clothing wise, casual clothing would be Calvin Klein.
Okay.
Like, I love Calvin Klein. I love Calvin Klein colognes. I love Calvin Klein socks. I love Calvin Klein underwear. It's just, I don't know. It feels good.
It does.
Feels good.
I don't wear Calvin Klein anything.
No. So why would you say Nike is your brand that you like to wear?
So when I was younger, I was super into Forces. Before that,
everybody was.
But I was into collecting like the special, like limited edition, like Valentine's Day edition Forces and stuff like. I just didn't like I didn't want just the regular like white or black. And so I was like obsessed with it. So when I started making money, like babysitting, it's like what I would spend my money on, and I was like, I love them. And then, what's the name of the group? I think it's The Pack. Got my Vans on, but they look like sneakers. Got my Vans, and they had a part where it was just like a dumpster full of Forces, and I was like, wow. And I never bought a pair of Vans ever because I was so mad at that. I was like middle school, mind you, middle school. I saw this. Still to this day, I have never bought a pair of Vans in my life because I'm still mad at that. And I love Nikes. Like I worked at Foot Locker. All the shoes I would buy are Nikes. Now I'm starting to get into Adidas.
Me too.
Adidas. I have one pair of Filas that I love. It's just super cute. But yeah, as a brand, I'm just like really liking them. Like a friend of mine recommended this pair of running shoes, and so mad I can't find them in the color I want. But
for Nike?
Yeah. And I'm just like I think about it every day. There's
at one point I used to collect Nike Blazers, the mid top, the one that had the multiple colors. I had like a midnight purple one that like changes colors. I had black and white. I had red. I had a yellow SpongeBob looking one, and I had like a lot of different ones. But the main issue I had with it was the women edition of the Blazers had multiple colors and patterns. Like y'all had one where it was a Rubik's Cube and it was like a bunch of different colors, like a Rubik's Cube. And I was like, yo, I got so many fits that'll go good with that. But that only runs in girl sizes. And if you grab it, dudes were like, nigga, that's a girl shoe. And I'm like, but then you had dudes who could pull it off because they had small feet. But I was like, I wear size 13. I'm like, that's not gonna look right. Like, no.
They don't sell women's shoes in store that are big enough to accommodate that exercise.
So I was like, that sucks. But I used to collect all the Nike Blazers that I can because they were so dope.
I had like 2 pairs of Nike Blazers.
Yeah?
They were so uncomfortable to me.
I love them because the type of jeans that I used to wear, they would just like sink right in. So then you just see the lip. Oh, it was so cool.
Wow.
And like I said, I was in love with Calvin Klein. I had a pair of $200 Calvin Klein combat boots that I would wear everywhere.
God.
They were made leather.
Boots.
Amazing.
Wow.
Oh God, they were the best. When they got fucked up, I was literally sad. Like Alex was like, I didn't know you're so big into like fashion. Like, I love fashion. I love clothing and shoes and all that. I love that shit. But
yeah. I used to be hella into like clothes and stuff like that when I was younger, and like had nothing else to waste my money on. I was like at the mall like every day. Like my dad used to joke that like during Christmas time they were just gonna like shut the mall down. Like, oh, we can't handle this.
There was at one point every Friday out before Sabbath started, I would go to the mall and buy a new pair of a shirt or some jeans.
I had to buy a whole outfit.
Yeah.
I couldn't go to like buy one thing. Like I used to buy all of my clothing in outfits. Like I would never just go buy a pair of jeans. Like, oh yeah, I just need some jeans real quick. Yeah. It was like, nah, I need like 3 outfits today, shoes to match, everything.
And then I used to drop, me and my brother, we had a Lincoln LS on 22s, blue. It had like a cream, like a cream leather on the inside, DVD player on the inside.
Wow.
Haitian flag. And I used to have outfits in there. So if something like, let's say we're like, yo, we about to go to so-and-so party. Or like, they see me with this clothes on. No way I'm going to this party. I'm leaving this scene, going to this party because I got to fit in the trunk and I got my Jordans. So I'm ready.
Yeah.
So I used to do that. I used to be that guy just to have a different fit somewhere else, and it's stupid.
That is stupid.
Dumb.
I'm sorry.
Horrible life. That was like waste of money. Don't do it, guys.
Yeah.
Now I just wear literally tank tops and regular shirts from Target.
Yeah. I'm super into like not heavily graphic design clothing anymore.
I was never into logos. Like, that's one thing. I would never wear a shirt that said
Calvin Klein.
Nike or Calvin Klein. I would wear a shirt that's made by Calvin Klein.
Yeah.
But I don't like labels. I hate wearing a shirt that's like, this shirt.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Like I if I'm buying from a brand that maybe costs a little bit more, it's because of the quality of the clothing. But I feel like when you have to have like the label across the front, you either got it from an outlet store or you're just trying to be like, hey y'all, I got more than $50 in my bank account.
Yeah,
like,
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, and then shirts that do have symbols, it's either like a message. Like I have a shirt that says history. We went to New Orleans and we got it, and just a shirt made by Nas, and just Black History, just says his story.
Oh, okay.
Like instead of HIS, it's HS story. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Yeah, I'm not like super brand loyal. Nike is the only like brand that I can say consistently over my lifetime.
What about cars? Like, what car brand do you fuck with? None
heavy. I've had a Honda and 2 Chevys. Never will buy a Chevy ever again, though. The most pain in the ass car to fix in my ever in my life.
I had 2 Saturns. Don't ask me why.
Gross.
The same one, Saturn Ion.
Sensation.
And it's so stupid, but I love that car. I would literally.
I don't like Saturns.
If I were to have all the money in the world, I would grab me a Saturn Ion because of the adventures and the escapades that were afforded to me at such a time when I was a young adolescent male.
So more so nostalgia than the
nostalgia.
Than the car itself.
It's because it just felt good. And then I'll definitely get me a Hyundai Tiburon, which is a 2-door car. That I don't know. I think for the nostalgia, like once I hit that midlife crisis, I feel like my midlife crisis will be more affordable. Because those are like old cars.
Yeah.
I could just like buy a Hyundai Tiburon, fucking gut it out, clean it up, soup it up, and just drive. I don't know. I just like that feeling.
Okay.
I get that same feeling when I ride a bike. It reminds me of the days where I could just leave my parents' house and just like ride around the neighborhood. I love that feeling. It feels good.
I had like way too much freedom growing up, so I don't have that feeling of like, getting away.
Back in the day, yes. Yes.
My mom used to have to kick me out of the house.
Get out.
She used to literally like push us out the door and then lock it. And she's like, you can't come back for like 2 hours.
Shit. That's awesome.
Well, we had gaming consoles, so why would I leave?
Yeah.
My mom bought us like Chef Boyardee and Slim Jims, and we had like every gaming console and all these games. Why would I want to leave the house? Slim Jims? Never leaving this house ever again.
We had a bunch of Haitian food. Everybody's like, why don't you like Haitian food? Because I ate it every day.
Oh, yeah.
Like, every day. Yeah. So even not now, like I have a gaming console, like I don't really need to play it. Like, I don't know. It's different.
I have a Switch and Animal Crossing, so that's the only thing that's in there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were talking about on break about essential workers.
Yes. Apparently I'm not. I got furloughed. So
yeah. So what is furlough?
So furlough means that I'm still employed by the company. Once we open back up fully, I have the opportunity at my job. I don't have to like reapply or anything. Doesn't guarantee that as soon as we open the doors, I'm going to get hours again, but it just means that I'm still employed. Everything is intact. And then.
So that's different from laying off, because laid off, you have to reapply.
Yeah. You're let go, but it's not being fired. You're just laid off. And it makes a difference, especially for like unemployment and stuff like that. So I'm still employed, but I don't know. My boss doesn't want me to leave. She's like, you can get another job if you need one, but like not permanently. And I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, if this shit work out better, then yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I'm where the money's at. I mean, I love my job, but I'm where the money's at, yeah.
Yeah, I'm considered an essential worker, so I still have to work, and the workload is expeditiously like crazy, like tough because of this whole crisis and shit like that. So I've been working hard, like really hard. The thing that I noticed the most is that a lot of people are now thinking about, I should probably consider getting an essential job once this whole thing is over.
Yeah.
So a lot of people now are figuring out, okay, that's an essential job. One of my clients that I did a consultation with, he is he's a welder, and he works for a galvanized steel company where they like weld metal. Okay. And I was like, that's still open? Like, he's like, yeah, we're busy, even busier. I was like, oh, okay, yep, I'm an essential worker. I'm like, that's crazy. I had no idea. I didn't think.
You're really finding out what's essential now that everything is like closed.
It's like, man, the hours that we're getting is crazy. Like everybody needs steel, and I was like, steel for what? Like,
right? Steel toilet.
And I was like, I wanted to ask, steel toilet paper. Like, I was like, fine, whatever. He's like, okay, well, I was like, I work in a warehouse setting, so I kind of get it, but galvanized steel, it's interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
So do you feel like, even though you're an essential worker, I guess so more for the importance of like your industry, do you think that if the company shut down, what kind of impact do you think it would have?
If the company that I work for shuts down, it'll definitely impact a major community, because the company that I work for literally powers a portion of Deerfield Beach.
Oh, wow.
Yes. We power the electricity for a portion of Deerfield Beach, and we get a tax credit from the city for electricity, because we literally power a huge portion of Deerfield. So if we shut down, that's going to be a major impact on the community. And if we shut down indefinitely, I don't know how they're going to do that, because if something goes wrong inside this warehouse, there could be a huge hazard. Something bad can actually happen because of what we control, ammonia, which is something that we use to cool the warehouse. So if we ever have a leak, because we don't have anybody who is pretty much working to protect that'd be really bad because depending on where the wind blows, if it's going south or east or north, that ammonia is going to go and terrorize this whole city. So we need to stay open.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people are like, yeah, you work for so-and-so. I'm like, yeah, that's nice. You guys wear green shirts. I'm like, no, you have no idea how big this company impacts a major part of Florida. Like, from what I read some of the reports, we feed more than half of the state
Damn.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Like, we feed more than half of the state. So if we go down, that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Florida's huge.
It is huge.
Yeah.
Too huge.
Yeah.
Driving out of Florida is horrible.
It's annoying. We're not gone yet.
8 hours in. Hey, we in Georgia yet? No, we still in Florida.
Yeah. I drove to Georgia a couple times, and it's that drive. It's like I'm just trying to get out of the state. It's like, fuck, please leave.
So long.
Yeah.
So long.
Yeah.
We're in South Florida for reference. We're not in the middle or anything. We're very.
And I'm thinking, I'm not in the middle. Can you imagine doing a podcast in the middle of Florida?
Ugh. Hi, y'all.
Hey, y'all. This is old Jessica, and this is Gabriel Gale.
Gross.
Eugene.
Jean-Baptiste.
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 My daddy's Haitian, and my mom is from Haiti, too. So, y'all already know. Y'all done making that podcast? No, Mary Jo.
Oh, Lord. Oh, thank God. As annoying as it is sometimes, I couldn't imagine living anywhere else in Florida.
No.
So how do you feel about the fact, because I've seen quite a few of these open, how do you feel about the fact that, like, barbershops are closed, but hair stores are still open?
It's weird because I feel like hair stores, like, everybody's touching the product. You're like, oh, is that, you putting it down, touching it. So you will have the same amount of exposure. Not really, because barbershops do the blade, but then again, they sanitize it.
Yeah.
But I still feel like the hair stores, you're still putting people at risk.
Okay.
Yeah. Even stores in general, like stores, like Walmart, and Dixie and all those other grocery stores, you're still putting people at risk because you're touching the cart. Not everybody's thinking, you touch the cart, put the keypad thing in. Like, I hate that. Like, I've been using my credit card recently because I could just shove it in there and don't touch the keypad because you just never know.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like the muscle reflex. You put it in, touch the keypad. Oh gosh, it's hot in here, and then now you're infected. It's fucking crazy.
So, as a person who couldn't go and just like get a cut if you wanted to right now, do you feel a type of way that, like, I could go in and get a wig and cover, like, my hair if I didn't like it?
No.
But you couldn't go and, like, trim your beard. Like, you have to look rough, and I had the opportunity to definitely.
Some people are so weird. Like, I've been reading the messages online, the tweets. Guys are really weird. They're getting really upset. Like, oh, this is not fair. Y'all can just do whatever y'all want. I'm like, how about you cut yourself? Like, I'm lucky enough to have Alex where she lines me up. And it's like, she can do that. I mean, I can do that too, but she can do it. So why not? Why not have her do that?
Yeah.
So not everybody's in that same situation. So you have some guys who are looking rough, and I'm just like, dude, you can actually go to Walmart before they close, get a pair of tweezers, go on YouTube, and learn how to do your hair. There's no excuse why you should be looking rough.
Yeah.
And I always have that philosophy. Like, you are the reason for, like, well, how I want to say how I really say it. Like, I tell Alex all the time. Alex is my wife. I said, you are the ruler of your hell.
Okay.
You are the ruler of your hell. Like, she'll always be complaining about something. I'm like, you are the ruler of your own hell. And then she'd be like, oh, whatever. And then she's like, yeah, you're right. Because, buddy, you need a haircut. You're looking rough. Go on YouTube. Get a pair of tweezers from Walmart. And trim up. Learn how to do it yourself. And then you might come out of this crisis a barber. Doing it your own self, saving you $30 a week. That's how much I pay my barber. $30 a week or 2 weeks. Because you have a new skill. Now you're an essential worker.
I love learning new skills based on necessity.
Yes.
Like, I do my own nails. I do like my own gel manicures and stuff like that because it got to a point where it's like, well, for me, it's dumb as fuck to pay like $60 every 2 weeks for you to put polish on my nails, like dead ass. And I was like, let me just try and see so I can do it myself because no one ever does anything for me exactly right. If I go get my eyebrows done, I have to go home and fix them. If I get my nails done, I have to go home and fix them. Like, it's never done right. My hair, I have to go home and. So I was like, well, if I'm obviously doing a better job myself, then just do it. So I bought like a gel lamp. I bought gel polish and manicure stuff to do it, and like same shit they would use at the at the place. And I watch, and I'm very observant, watch how they do it. And then I was just like, watched videos, and I do my own gel manicures, gel French manicure.
Why not? And it looked good.
Yeah. Thanks.
I saw them earlier when we were at Home Depot. I was like, I thought they're closed. I thought the salons were closed. Yeah.
Yeah, so do it myself. Guess what? I've been seeing people on IG, like nail salons selling kits to take your nails off, but like, you know, of course I'm not gonna, you know, help you do anything to actually do your nails because they want you to come back.
They don't
but
want you,
like, yeah, learn how to do it yourself. Learn how to do it yourself. Yeah.
All right.
That's crazy.
So that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, I think so.
That's it.
I mean,
yeah. Sorry.
Next time, guys, please send us a situational question.
Yeah. So what we mean by question is like if you need advice or something that we can like break down, elaborate, or like maybe you saw something during the week that you're like, damn, I have a crazy opinion about it. What is your opinion on the, like on that particular thing? That's what we're looking for. Not do you eat ass? How do I make money as a content creator? So what's your favorite camera?
And
I don't want, we don't stuff like that.
We're going to create an Instagram page.
Yeah.
We're going to name it, hopefully Culture Theory is available.
If not, Culture Theory Podcast.
If not, Culture Theory Podcast. So go on to Culture Theory Podcast and send us a question, a good question. DM us. Don't waste our time, okay? We are essential workers here working. We're trying to provide content for you guys. This is essential.
This is essential. Y'all bored.
Y'all bored.
We're helping you out.
This is content.
This is content.
Yeah.
This is content.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Gil. And
I'm Jess.
And you guys were listening to
Culture Theory.
That's good.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, we're on there. We're getting there. Right. We're getting there.
That's good.
See you next week, guys.
Bye.